All right, welcome back. This is part 4 of how to buy a house. Today is a great topic. I'm going to go over the 5 most frequently asked questions that people ask on how to buy a house. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. I know your question will be covered. All right, so before we get started, click the like button and subscribe. I'm sure you will need to reference this video at a later date. All right, let's get right into it. Top 5 most frequently asked questions that people ask when they are thinking about buying a house. All right, the number 1 is, how do I prepare to buy a house? My credit is not where it needs to be. What should I be doing? Okay. There are 3 easy steps that you can take that will put you in a great position to buy a house, maybe within 6 months, maybe within 2 years. It all depends on the person. But the first thing you want to do is start eliminating credit card debt. Now, an easy way to play a game with TransUnion and Experian is to start keeping your debt lower than 25%. And now I'll give you a great example. Easy way to remember this: if you have a credit card, the credit limit is $1,000. You want to keep the balance under $250. So maybe use it for gas or groceries. Don't pay it off completely. Just keep it under 25% because that helps your credit score to rise a lot faster. Another simple way as well is to start saving and stop spending as much. But the main thing, and this really should have been the first step, and that is know your credit score. And you can find out your credit score by using some of the free websites like creditkarma.com. I'm going to go into credit at a later date in much more detail. Actually, on the next video, I'm going to talk about credit. So be sure that you come back to the channel to watch it. All right, the second most frequently asked question when people want to buy a house, they ask, how much money do I need to save first? Okay, so I know I just said to start saving your money, but that is for a cushion or to put you in a strong buying position. But honestly, there are many programs that offer down payment assistance, especially if you want to move to the Metro Detroit or in the city. But there are programs like MISHDA. There are many different ways to buy a house. But typically, on the average, most first-time home buyers get FHA loans. These loans require 3.5% down. So let's do the math on that. Say, for example, you find a house that you want to buy. It's $125,000. 3.5% down from that is $4,375. And on the average, your monthly payment will be $750 to $850 a month, and that will include your taxes and insurance. Now, how many people do you know paying much more than that in rent? All right, the third most frequently asked question: how long do I have to wait after bankruptcy to buy a house? All right, now I am no loan specialist. I'm not a lender. However, typically the time frame is somewhere between 2 and 4 years. Now, if you are a person in this situation, contact me and I'll be sure to send you over to one of my preferred lenders who will give you the exact information. Student loan debt. All right, student loan debt and student loan deferments. Now, that's another frequently asked question. And so people will say, well, can I buy a house? My student loans are in deferment. Now, again, I'm not a loan officer. I don't want to give the wrong information here. I'm happy to connect you with one of my amazing preferred lenders. But what I do know is that even if your loan is in deferment, they must calculate a certain percentage of your total student loan amount and factor what your payment will be in the future. So that does count against or count as some of your debt. So, but again, I recommend you talk to a lender because there are many programs available that can help you to get into a home. One advantage to buying a house over renting is that you have more control over when you move. Now, believe it or not, many of these rental properties are being sold each and every day. In most cases, the houses are being sold to other investors. However, when you buy, you are locked in and nobody can make you move unless you decide you're no longer going to pay. Another benefit is that you have control over your payment. Now, many people, especially in the downtown Detroit area, their rent is rising each and every year as the market increases. So that's more money coming out of your pocket opposed to you building equity for yourself. Speaking of building equity is one of the key benefits for buying a property opposed to renting. Also, you get many tax breaks and tax advantages when you are a buyer instead of a renter. So those are my frequently asked questions that people ask when buying a house. I'll go over them one more time. How do I prepare? Save your money, know your credit score, and start paying down those credit cards. Another one, down payment. Down payment is typically 3.5% or 5% when you buy a house. How long do you have to wait after bankruptcy? 3 to 5 years, but verify that with a good lender. Student loan deferment, verify that again with a good lender. And should you keep renting opposed to buying, what are the benefits? So again, the benefits are that you have control over when you move, you have control over your monthly payment. It's not going to go up each and every year as long as you get a fixed rate mortgage. And the tax benefit. So that's it. Those are my 5 most frequently asked questions about buying a house. So I personally think home ownership is very important. It allows you to have stability and be able to fix up the house to your liking and to build equity and, again, just control over your situation. Who wants to be moving their children from school to school because the landlord decided that you have to move? So please leave me a comment below and let me know your homeowner goals. All right, I would really appreciate getting some comments so that we can interact with each other. I thank you for watching. Please share this with a friend. If you found value, give me a thumbs up. It's Katina Willis with Real Estate News from the D. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.